For years, we've connected fans to the game. But just like athletes and leagues, we must evolve and grow. This fall, 12 Ounce Sports is taking our game to the next level. Montana, we'll see you in October.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Friday, October 4th edition of Primetime Live with Philly Pete. I am your host, the one, the only Philly Pete, and we are here live on Dingo TV, channel 217, and of course, the 24/7 streaming platform of 12 Ounce Sports Network, and of course, long and behold, the X marks the spot itself, the Twitter, the X live streamed TV as well. Come on in, check me out. Let's rock and roll. And on top of that, man, I'm bringing back the Jersey days, baby, from the beginning of the show that I had. About back in February when I started the show here, I would do jerseys nonstop. So we're getting the jerseys back in action here. All right, a lot of requests have been rolling in through DMs. Hey, when are you going to bring the jerseys back? We love that. All the old school jerseys, like, where are they at? So here we are. I'm repping the Phillies jersey, baby. John Crook. I know. Listen, I might have been a little bit too young, but I was like 8, 9 years old during that time with the Phillies, with the John Crook era. 9, 10 years old. I was still rocking that out. Mickey Morandini, Lenny Dykstra, Dave Hollins, Darren Dalton, John Crook. I mean, you name it. All right. Eisenreich, it's Pete and Cavilla. I mean, I remember that team like it was yesterday. I really do. Like, being as young as I was, my dad is a diehard Phillies fan. He's a diehard in general with Philly. But I mean, when it comes to any sport, the Phillies and baseball is literally what represents my dad. Like, really, like, he just loves the sport of baseball. And don't get me wrong, loves the Eagles, Flyers, Sixers, sure. Penn State football, sure, because he went there. But when it comes to any sport, the Phillies are just the cream of the crop for him. I think that's how it is. I could probably vouch for any other 65-year-old, man out there that could respect the sport of baseball during their lifetime growing up. And that's how I get my grounds. That's how I get my feet wet with the world of sports and growing up as a Philly fan. Kind of respecting that team, as little as I was remembering a little bit of it. So, but that's what I'm rocking out with today in seek for this upcoming weekend's Mets Phillies matchup. What a game last night by the New York Mets. What can I say? The polar bear himself, Pete Alonso, coming up big, being a choke artist. I just didn't see that in him. He is the man. I love it. Not because he has the same name as me, but I just really do respect that guy. I like him. I like him as a player. I think he's great. Definitely knows the way of the game, and he sure showed it last night. Now, a lot of people were speculating, hey, everyone's scared. Phillies are scared about the Mets. I wouldn't think so. Okay, I'm okay with this. I like it. I'm not scared of anybody. Bring him on. It's going to be a great series either way. Okay, the Brewers, I just feel like they would have lost to us, I think, rather easily. I wasn't really big on the Brewers this year, but the Mets are playing red hot baseball at the right time. I respect that for them. Getting into the playoffs, splitting with the Braves. I mean, Braves got destroyed by the Padres. I mean, I expected that. We were, the best bets were rolling with the Padres. So we took care of business with that, and the Braves are out of here. But the Mets are just on a different planet right now. They're playing really good ball, and they're playing great at the right time. So, but we'll talk baseball very soon. Welcome aboard. It's Friday. We made it to the week. We slapped Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday right in the face just to make it to today. The weekend's upon us. I just got my favorite bourbon at the store not too long ago. Gonna sip on that tonight, play some Warzone, watch some college football. Very excited for the weekend. It's the first weekend in a very long time that my wife and I have nothing to do. What we're doing this weekend is decorating for Halloween and taking my kid out pumpkin picking. Okay, because she loves that stuff. She loves picking pumpkins. There's a farm right down the street from us, about 10 minutes away. We're going to rock that out, let her pick pumpkins at the time of her life. Apple cider donuts, definitely a plus. Definitely a plus for this time of year. Absolutely. But hey, listen, hopefully everyone's getting home from work safe on this Friday. The crazies are out and about. Be safe tonight wherever you guys are going. If you're getting home from work, we made it. We grinded through the week, and here we are. I'm glad to be back live with you guys. It's just been my weeks are always hectic with work and being a dad, of course. And, my wife always works after hours at the hospital. So it's always, just got to take care of business. Got to take care of business. Simple as that. So let's rock it out. All right. Last night, in terms of best bet, was not the best. All right. Came back to earth a little bit. Had a nice streak going on right now with the Padres and a couple bets before that. But last night we had the under 44.5 in the Bucks and the Falcons game. That wasn't even close. So, we all come back to reality sooner or later. We really, really do. But tonight I do have a best bet. It was just released to the subscribers not too long ago, and maybe this weekend we'll get a free best bet out there. We cashed the last couple, so I'm ready to rock and roll with that. Really, I mean, we've been really crushing that. We really have been. So I'm really excited for this upcoming weekend. I got to do yard work this weekend too. I mean, not excited about it, but it's got to get done. I have a big backyard. The leaves are falling. It's time to get them out of here. Really, have to. But a lot of chilling, a lot of decorating, and some yard work this weekend, plus a couple of drinks on top of that as well to get the blood flowing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad to be back live. I missed you guys. Hopefully everyone's been doing well. Let's kick off some. Let's go kick it off. All right, let's kick it off to the world of sports. All right, last night, as we saw, absolute wild game last night. Mets, Brewers. Now, I mentioned this before, but I'm in a basketball league here in South Jersey, basketball league, and we're 2-0. We're doing pretty good. But usually after our games, we hit up the local bar to have a couple beers, grab a bite, and watch whatever is on TV. So, Brewers back-to-back home runs. Thinking to myself, okay, Brewers might have this. I'm driving back to my house. Luckily enough, the bar is like 5 minutes away. And I come home and I check my phone. And it's like, holy crap! Mets came back and they're up 4-2. Pete Alonso 3-run blast. I mean, ice in his veins. Crazy game. Mets deserved it. They really did. They really did. And then now they bring a guy that has pitched about 5 to 6 innings this season. Senga. It's been a long time since he even played. But this would be the kryptonite for the Phillies. That's how I feel. This would be the kryptonite for the Phillies. Having a pitcher that coming in, hasn't played all year, pitched only 6 innings this season, and the guy is alive and ready to kick some butt. That's how I feel. But this is a game where the Phillies have to get the crowd going right off the bat. These big bats that you paid all this money for, it's time to be alive. Okay, it's time to take game 1. Let's rock it. Zach Wheeler on the mound, your ace. Red solid at home. Absolutely red solid at home. Okay. Game 2, you have Christopher Sanchez. Again, another red hot, red solid start for the Phillies as well. Okay. Got to be up 2-0 in this series. Nola at home. I understand why they went Sanchez game 2, Nola game 3. Nola at home has about a 5 ERA, while on the road is a lot better. Okay, he's rocking under a 3 ERA on the road. So it makes sense. Okay, Rob Thompson has a pretty solid. I love the lineup for the first 3 games of this series against the Mets, but cannot relax on this team, as we can tell. But that's MLB in a nutshell. Kirk Cousins and the gang, Captain Kirk, Captain Obvious, doesn't really come through during prime time. Last night he did. Okay. Had him on my bench because on top of that, I had Patrick Mahomes. I'm not benching Mahomes for Kirk Cousins. Okay. That racked up about 50 points in fantasy. However, I did have Mooney because I had to start him, and I had Drake London. They combined about 70 total points for me. So I'm looking really solid in my fantasy league. I really, really do. I enjoyed that. But the fact that Tampa looks so vulnerable on defense compared to how they looked against Philly. Now, don't get me wrong. You're at home. It's completely different. You're away on the road, short week. But Falcons offense looked really good. I know Bijan didn't get in the end zone. I know Kyle Pitts still having a terrible season. Okay, he looked good in the first series at a 32-yard play. It is what it is. But Atlanta came to play and went to overtime, got that win. And that was a big win for the division. It really, really was. So shout out to the Falcons on a good win last night on Thursday Night Football. Okay. Speaking of, all right, let's go to the NFL. Speaking of NFL, Colts scratch Jonathan Taylor. Okay, he's out for Sunday's game. And now they're unsure about Anthony Richardson. Now, if Trey Sermon is out there, pick him up. He's going to have a heavy workload this weekend. All right. So that's what I'm thinking. Pick up Trey Sermon if he's there. All right. No Jonathan Taylor. Sermon has been a pretty solid backup for the most part. I highly recommend picking him up. Packers, no Christian Watson, no Romeo Dobbs either. Doubtful versus the Rams. That's okay. Okay. You have Wicks. You have Reed. You have Josh Jacobs. There's going to be a lot of Josh Jacobs this weekend. I have a bet, a single player prop bet for him to score 2 touchdowns. And I believe that's at plus 750 or plus 800. So definitely something to consider. They're going to be running the ball against this Rams team, one of the worst in the league when it comes to rush defense. Eckler to play, all right, for the Commanders. Brian Robinson, very uncertain. It's leaning towards more out than anything. Bills will have we'll have 3 starters that are out against the Texans. This will be Stephon Diggs' coming out party for the Texans. I guarantee you, okay, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. You heard it here first. That's how I feel. And I think the Texans will win that game. I believe they will. Malik Neighbors still in protocol. He's out for this game. Wendell Robinson, if he's out there on free agents, pick him up, start him. He should be good to go. I know he's dealing with a heel or Achilles injury, but he's going to be that number 1 target against Seattle. Okay, simple as that. All right, let's rock out some college football. All right. Or actually, no, we'll do MLB because my free play tonight will be in college football because that's all we really have for tonight. Tomorrow we have 4 games. All right, Detroit, Cleveland, Mets, Phils, Royals, Yankees, Padres, Dodgers. Okay, my predictions are going to be a little crazy because I feel as though we could see some upsets. I like Detroit to beat Cleveland. I'm going to be biased and say Phillies over Mets in 5. It's going to be a close series. But I do feel like this could be a 5-game series. But give me Detroit. Give me Philly. I want to go on a limb here and go Kansas City over the New York Yankees. Yankees haven't proven me anything in the past couple of years since they've been this far in the postseason to get over that hump. Kansas City just swept the Orioles. Orioles haven't won a playoff game in a decade. Was not surprised whatsoever. KC playing red hot. And I believe this is going to be the upset of the divisional games right here. KC over the Yanks. And last but not least, all right, big brother, little brother, Padres over the Dodgers. Okay, the Dodgers, you have Ohtani. Who else do you have? Okay, no offense to Dodgers fans out there. I have a friend that lives out in LA, big-time Dodgers fan. But besides Ohtani, who do you have on that team? Okay, the Padres have been owning you guys throughout the season for the most part. Okay, My money is on the Padres to win that series. So give me a Royals, Tigers, Phillies, Padres. All right. ALCS, NLCS. That is my predictions, and we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Okay. Like I said, Senga given the nod for game one. Musgrove needs Tommy John surgery. He won't be pitching for the Padres. Dodgers and Yankees are the favorites on the books. I really don't know why. Okay. It's just it's obviously the projections. It's the science of gambling. Okay. Even though there really is no science. Okay. It's basically, it's just all luck in the matter of when it comes to gambling, really. But I feel like Detroit can make a solid run here. I really, really do. Japanese star Sugano heading to the MLB. Very, very cool. All right. And then Francona is going to come back to the Reds on a 3-year deal. Really good for Cincinnati. I like to see them make some sort of move at some point during next season. It's been a while since they made the playoffs. As far as I remember, it was back in 2008, I believe, or 2011 when the Phillies beat them. Roy Halladay had that no-hitter. So it's a good start. It really, really is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just like that, give me a quick 2-minute commercial break. And when I get back, we will discuss a lot more. This is the Friday edition of Primetime Live with Philly Pete.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking that quick 2-minute commercial break with me. This is the Friday edition of Prime Time Live with Philly Pete. I am your host, the one, the only Philly Pete. We're here live on Dingo TV, channel 217, and of course, the 12 Ounce Sports 24/7 streaming platform. Don't forget the X streaming platform as well. Live TV, check me out. I'm here. I'm live. Let's go. We got 12 minutes to rock and roll. All right, until the weekend. That's what we work for. We work for the weekend. We grind it out the entire week. Here we are on Friday. Gotta love it. Feeling good, feeling great. It's Friday. Playoff baseball's in the air. College football's in the air. Everything's in the air. NBA preseason is just getting on their way as well. So a lot of good stuff going on. NHL on top of that going off as well today. Speaking of the NHL, you had the Global Series today. Okay, Sabres, Devils. The Devils with a 4-1 victory over there. Clients had the over 6 in that game at -125. So not a great. I mean, Buffalo had 4-1 final, lose the over, I should say. But again, these are all half unit plays for now until we get rock and roll into the season. Long season. Don't be alarmed about that. It's Buffalo had 5 or 6 power plays, couldn't even score a goal on one of them. Buffalo looked like Buffalo, really. Just can't score on power plays. The Devils looked great. Okay, they really did. Tomorrow, game 2, global series. We'll see what happens. Usually the science, quote unquote, claims that, under in Jersey were the winners today. Tomorrow they say over in Buffalo. I'm not buying it because that's usually I think it's just ridiculous. You just never know. But early leans for me would probably still go with the over. But Devils could rock this out. I didn't like what I saw from Buffalo today whatsoever. They looked terrible. They were terrible on the power plays. Maybe they'll get woken up or waking up, I should say. I don't really care. But it was just a brutal beat. And Buffalo couldn't even score more than a goal. I mean, it's very sad. They should have gotten shut out. I mean, Markstrom was unreal today for New Jersey. A crazy save to start the season, too. I mean, that was the game right there. That save was the over right there. That really was, or at least a push, or even giving Buffalo a chance to win this game. So, NHL is firing all cylinders right now, and I'm glad to be back. We're here. We're live. I love it. Listen, speaking of betting and gambling, don't forget to check out mybookie.ag. Use that promo code 12ounce sports. That's mybookie.ag, promo code 12ounce sports. All one word. They'll match your first deposit up to $1,000, and they also stream live sports as well. You're making a bet. You want to watch the game. You can't watch it at home. They'll stream it for you. Check it out, mybookie.ag, promo code 12ounce sports. BetUS, okay, that is promo code 12ounce, 120Z. They'll also match your first deposit up to $1,000. Don't forget to check out the 12ounce sports betting platform. $6 for the month, $60 for the year. Cheaper than your grande coffee from Starbucks. Cheap services, winner after winner. Gambling guy, he's 12-1 in his last 13 games. I mean, you got to follow it. $6 for the subscription for the month. You're not asking for much. Okay. And on top of that, you get 3 days for free too. I mean, pretty solid for the most part, if I'm saying anything, really. So, and then on top of that, I mean, you have my Dub Club, my hockey services as well. One flat fee for everything. You get the whole world of this season, postseason awards, futures. You get everything for the price of one. You're also, on top of that, I'm throwing out a free 7-day trial. You sign up today, you're getting the entire week for free. You are. I mean, get your feet wet. And if we're cashing out, which we will, you can sign up as well after that. But I'm getting everybody a week for free. If you sign up on Dub Club, my link is on my profile. If you follow me on the bottom here at The Real Pete Tooch, we'll be we'll definitely start cashing out some NHL very, very soon. I also have monthly fees as well, but you're not going to get the awards or futures for if you sign up for that. But also, if you sign up for that, you're going to get a week for free as well. So a week for everyone if you sign up with my Dub Club link as well for my NHL services for this upcoming season. Okay, regular season starts on Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, October 8th. You got 4 games on tap for that. 3 games on tap for that night, starting with the Blues and the Kraken. There you are. And then the nightcap is the Utah Hockey Club and the Chicago Blackhawks. So solid. Here we are. NHL is back, and we're ready to rock and roll. We really, really are. Okay. Let's go. All right, let's go back into the world of college football. Okay. A lot going on here. All right, we have a lot. We have solid games. 3 games tonight. All right, 4-star Gridiron commits to South Carolina. Badgers Malusi steps away to focus on mental health. Wisconsin is just in a nutshell right now. They really, really are. Castellanos, the BC quarterback, to start versus Virginia, and Auburn adds a 4-star quarterback who was from Notre Dame, and he is flipping now to Auburn. Pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. So, good to hear. I mean, if you're a fan, but let's rock out for tonight's games, and I will have a free play for everyone as well. All right, let's rock into it. Tonight we have a couple games. We have 4 games tonight. For the most part, nothing too crazy. All right, but Jacksonville State, Kennesaw State. I mean, a game that I'm not going to be betting or watching. Houston, TCU. TCU is favored by 16.5 points. Again, something I'm not going to be watching either. The game of the night, though, I know Michigan State, Oregon. Oregon is probably going to crush Michigan State. I can see Oregon winning this game by 30. Again, I'm not touching this game. Syracuse UNLV is what looks eye-popping to me. Okay, really, I do. I like that spot. Of course, a lot going on, okay, with UNLV and everything with the NIL and the quarterback and leaving and everything like that. But, this could be a game where, hey, a lot going on in our team right now. Syracuse, solid record, solid team, getting 7 points. I mean, it could be an eye opener, really. I lean the under in this game, under 56. I like Syracuse tonight to cover the spread. If I'm leaning about these other games, I like Oregon minus 23.5. I think they're going to smoke Michigan State. I might even consider the over 52.5 at that one. Houston, TCU. Again, if I'm eyeing this, I just feel like this is a game where we could see points. The over 50 looks pretty solid. Again, no need to be like chasing these plays if you don't really want to, but I'm just giving leans. But when at the end of the day here, so let me get to my free play for tonight. Speaking of free plays, all right, let's go into this evening here. All right, and we're gonna rock this out. Just give me a second. Gotta bring up my stuff. Let's go. Okay, so now I like the under as well in the Oregon game. I do. I feel like it could be. It could be a back and forth game. It could be, but I feel like Oregon could score 40 on their own. That's how I'm feeling. But for tonight's free play tonight, I want to go Oregon minus 23.5. I know it's a big number. And you have Jonathan Smith, who's coaching the Spartans. Obviously, he's a great coach. Okay, but I feel like that this has to be a breakout spot for Oregon. Your prime time. All right, you're on prime time tonight. Dylan Gabriel, Heisman hopeful, leading the way tonight with that explosive offense. I know Oregon has not looked like Oregon at all this season so far, at least the first couple games of the season. But I feel like, you're bringing in Michigan State, I should say. Stadium's going to be rocking Friday night under the lights. I just feel like this is going to be a big win, not only a big game for Oregon, but a big win for them as well. Tonight's free play, Oregon minus 23.5 tonight against Michigan State is my free play for this evening. All right, that's how I'm feeling. So we'll rock that out and just go from there. We really, really will. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I got a couple minutes left. This is a good time to basically just kind of promote, not only 12-ounce sports, but promote, what we have going on. Like I said, just make sure you check out the mybookie.ag. All right, that's mybookie.ag. Promo code is 12-ounce sports there. They'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. They also stream live sports as well. It is a book that it's one of those things that other books do not have. Okay, they do not have that. So you sign up today. They match your first deposit. You start betting on MyBookie. You can watch games from the West Coast. Hey, listen, I'm making a bet tomorrow, a random game. I can't watch it. It's not televised in my region. You hit up mybookie.ag and they will do that for you. Okay, so check it out. They really will. BetUS, okay, betus.com, promo code 12-ounce there. They'll also match your first deposit up to $1,000. Don't forget to check out the 12-ounce sports betting platform. Okay, $6 for the month. It's not asking for much at all. Cheap services, winner after winner, transparent, consistent. Gamble God's 12-1 in his last 13. We're rocking and rolling right now. We really, really are. And don't forget to check out my Dub Club for my hockey services. All right, make sure you check it out. A full week for free. On top of that, when you sign up today, and that has been it. Have a great weekend, ladies and gentlemen. I'll talk to you guys on Monday.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.